Stand for the pledge.
Mark the king.
Right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Dan Pillow,
Here.
Lisa Stafford here, Dan Dalton, Ann Pillow,
Here.
Steve Dalton, Pam Jackson.
Here. And I also wanted to, in case you didn't know, which I think most of you do, that both Daltons are out due to family matters. What's your pleasure on that, Council?
I did not know that.
I'll make a motion to accept the absence of Dan and Steve Dalton.
Second.
Motion by Pam, second by Dan Pillow to excuse the absence of the Daltons. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Start off with the clerk's report.
You have minutes from the regular July 19th meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from July 19th, 2021.
I'll second. Motion by Pam, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have the minutes from the emergency Zoom meeting on July the 20th.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from the emergency Zoom meeting from July 20th, 2021.
I'll second it.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussions? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have a special minutes from the special council meeting on August the 9th.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from August the 9th, 2021.
Second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow. Are there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You should have pay ordinance 8A. This was for biweekly payroll. That was paid on July 30th. Disbursed from the from the general fund was $10,525.72. From the water fund, $358.26 for a combined total of $10,883.98.
Make a motion to accept ordinance number 2021-8A as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have 8B. This one here is also for biweekly payroll that was paid on August the 13th. Disbursed from the general fund was $9,904.15. Water fund, $237.44 for a combined total of $10,141.59.
Make a motion to accept ordinance 2021-8B.
I'll second it.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have 8C, and this is for monthly salaries. Disbursed from the general fund, $7,350.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 2021-8C.
I'll second.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Lisa Stafford. Are there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have 8D, this is for accounts payable. From the general fund, $6,029.63. From the state highway fund, $197.53 for a combined total of $6,227.16.
I'll make a motion to approve 8D 2021.
Second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow. Are there any discussions?
There's one total that's missing for
Did I
under
miss it?
Staples, which is number 15.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have it in front of me, so I will have to add it next time. You want to hold this or want, because they really have been paid.
I say we just move ahead and she can correct
Yeah, and
it.
then I'll amend it and give it back to you
Absolutely.
at the next time, or I'll email it to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you. You ready?
All right, vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have 8E for accounts payable from the general fund, $7,076.05. From the street construction maintenance repair fund, $2,120.63. From the water fund, $2,120.61 for a combined total of $11,317.29.
I'll make a motion to approve 8E 2021.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then when you come in this evening, you should have had a copy of the mayor's report in front of you. This would have been for July 2021.
I make a motion to receive the mayor's report.
I'll second it.
Motion to accept the mayor's monthly court report. Or do you want to read it or
Do you want me to read it, or?
accept it as?
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
oh,
read it.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I was a little
that-
premature. I'm
that's okay.
sorry.
I was getting myself together over here because it wasn't in my stack, okay? To the village, $6,019 sent into the state revenue fund for indigent defense support, victims of crime, drug law enforcement is $1,126.50, and for other revenue from court costs, $37.50, for a total report of $7,183. So does your motion still hold? And your
I make a
sentence
motion
still
to
hold?
receive the mayor's report.
All right. Any discussion on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And I sent out earlier, like last week, a copy of the Addyston Board of Public Affairs water minutes and their collection report, their pay sheet, and a letter that was on there. And then tonight when you come in, I put a hard copy at your station so you would see it.
Council, what's your pleasure with the Addyston Board of Public Affairs meeting minutes and report?
I make a motion, we accept the Board of Affairs July 19th meeting of the report.
I'll second it.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussion?
Mayor, I just need just another minute, just a minute or so. They wouldn't have discussed in that meeting the things that we've been discussing around the council table.
No,
about
that
the water
was
board.
this past
No,
Thursday
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah,
I think that
this is for
happened
July.
before.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I think they brought that up at their special meeting they had
Yeah.
last week.
Okay. Thank you.
So we're ready.
We'll vote.
Okay. Yep, we're ready. We're ready.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Let's see here. The only other thing I have is that Officer Darnell had asked about buying that vest carrier, and when I brought it up the first time, I reported $40, and then I went back through them and found that there was one for $225 because the first one was under Curtis Blue Line, and then the other one was under BL Curtis, so it was same company, different purchase orders. So it's a total of $265 that he requested to reimburse the village for to buy, I assume, both things. Does anybody know anything different?
I don't know.
That's what he requested. I don't think he stated anything different. He just wanted to buy it, correct?
Well, there's two things. I have one for $40 and another one for $220.
What's $40?
Well, $40 is for a carrier.
Did he want that as well?
The only carrier I know that he has the blue carrier, the vest panel set up, which I have the vest panels back. And then he had the emblems made, the police for the back, and then his name, and then that for the front. That's probably the $40-something charge.
So, I mean, what is he looking to buy? I
He
mean,
just wants the carrier. That's what he told me back when all this started. He just wanted.
Well, they both are listed as carriers. That's
Yeah.
why
that's
I'm
why we're
asking.
trying to figure out what.
It's probably just mislabeled as the carrier, but the only thing I think it was the police emblems that he had made for it, because there was no other carrier. The $200-something one would have been the main carrier.
And that's what he wants, correct?
Yeah, and then he wants the police panels with it as well.
So both of them?
Yes.
Okay,
So it'd
thank
be
you.
$265.
Okay.
So. I'm gonna do a motion. Are you gonna sell it to him?
Is there any other interest for the police department from anybody else?
I don't think I have
Anybody
anybody
else
else that will fit.
That's what the question, I'm not
He's so
sure what
small.
it is
It's
exactly.
useless to us, essentially.
And that's just a personal thing that each officer would do.
Had our inputs
Right.
on
If
it.
they wanted the carrier.
Some officers are now preferring to wear their vest on the outside, so when they're in the
Yeah,
PD, they
that's
can
not-
peel them off and set them down.
Mhm.
So wear
So-
them under the shirt, and that's what that was purchased for, was for him to do that.
Do we have?
So it doesn't have our emblems on any.
It doesn't have anything Addyston on it, just says police. There's nothing that says Addyston on
Okay.
So can I have somebody, if you want to sell it to him, can somebody make a motion so it's in the minutes so that it's reflected?
This is what we're thinking about.
Well, I just
It's up to you guys.
I just
mean,
don't
really.
want to do it.
And
I'm not
I
doing
guess
it
one
until
other
you tell me
question,
we
is that
can do
something he
it.
can go and buy himself for $40?
it. We didn't get a discount on it when we ordered it. It was regular price. It was just purchased on the internet.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so what was the price of the carrier?
Everything together is $265.
Oh, okay. If it's something he can go buy himself at that price, but he can't, you don't think he can buy it off the shelf at that price?
He probably could through the agency he's working at now, but if it's council's pleasure, but I really don't. I have maybe one officer that could wear that if it would even fit her,
Yeah.
because he's smaller than she is. So, I mean, if it's not sitting here collecting dust, it's better off, recouping the money.
I make a motion that we sell the prescribed equipment to Darnell Pate.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ann Pillow. Is there any discussion?
Do you have it verified that he's working for another police agency if you release it to him?
New
And
Vienna,
it says
Ohio,
police on it?
I can contact
Good
New
question.
Vienna and verify his employment if you want me to.
I think before I let that vest go out with police on the back of it, I would.
I thought he was, he
We're
is
not talking
working for
about the vest,
another.
we're talking about the
Yeah.
carrier, right?
Or
It
the
has no
carrier.
markings.
It says police on it.
Says police on it.
Oh, it does say police on it?
It has a blue sticker on it, but I mean, you can walk into TJ Maxx and buy a shirt that says police on it.
Right.
As long as it doesn't have the Addyston patch on, which I know it doesn't have, because they had to get those from me. I could, if it's council's pleasure, I will call Nukiana first thing tomorrow morning and see if I can make contact with their chief and verify his employment before it's released, before we tell him to bring it back.
Did we authorize this? I don't even remember. We probably did. I don't remember authorizing him to get this.
Yep.
Way back when?
This was back in May. There was one actually purchased in April. That was the one for $225. And then there was another carrier was purchased in May. And if I believe that it was out of the special revenue
Yeah.
from the event.
Don, are those in our possession?
No, that's
Oh,
one thing, that's one thing I
okay.
do not have, is I got the vest back, but I did not get the carrier.
I got
I was more concerned with the actual body armor itself.
you. Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to withdraw my motion until we have further investigation from
I'll
Chief
contact
McWhorter.
Nukiana in the morning.
I will put it on hold.
Thank you.
That's all I have now.
All right, thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome.
Move to the treasurer's report.
Okay, in front of you, you should have both the May and the June reports. Would you like for me to read both of them or just the most current?
Both of them to be read,
Okay.
as we normally do.
Okay. Treasurer's report for May, the beginning balance of total council-controlled funds was $203,331.66. With your receipts and your expenditures, your ending balance for total council-controlled funds was $177,229.61. Your total water board controlled funds for May, your beginning balance is $97,090.23. With your receipts and expenditures, your ending balance is $88,561.64. Combined council and water board controlled funds, grand total of the beginning balance of $300,421.89. Combined with your receipts and combined expenditures gives you an ending balance of $265,791.25. That leads into the June report as your beginning balance of the $265,791.25. So with your total council controlled funds of your beginning is what the ending was the previous month, $177,229.61. With your receipts and expenditures for June, your council-controlled funds, your ending balance is $166,244.37. Total water board controlled funds to begin with is $88,561.64. With your receipts and expenditures, your ending balance is $75,872.30. So the grand total of the combined funds, your beginning balance of $265,791.25, your ending balance of $242,116.67. That is your May and your June reports.
Thank you. I make a motion we receive the treasurer's report.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ann Pillow to accept the treasurer's report. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay. And Audrey, thank you for adding the other pages that we had requested some
Yes,
time
sir.
ago.
Thank you.
Is that because of the sweep account?
She had all three of them together.
No,
Just the first
this
two.
is just our general fund,
Just the
our,
first two.
our,
Okay.
our functioning account.
Okay.
That's why it looks off. No, I'm just saying that's why it looks off, because the sweep isn't reported in the actual.
Right. Did you, is that something I should be reporting on? I just attached them to the back.
No, because the sweep is actually monies that were used on an everyday basis. It goes right into the regular account.
Okay.
While we're in the treasurer's area, I do have just one question. If you look on the money market for May, we have like $224,000, $225,000. And is that correct that the interest paid during that period is $1.72?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, we need to do about something, about having,
Try to explain that to the state auditor. They want us to break that down to all the funds that we have. $1.31.
Right.
we're talking about, but my question is, we're talking about $250,000 and we get $1.72 in interest? I think we should,
Shop around.
I think we should have a financial consultant to at least look at that and see if our money can gain us a little more than that. I mean, is that something council would be interested in doing, is at least having somebody give us some options on where to invest that $250,000?
I think we should, but I don't, we would need a vote of council for that, would we not, Bob?
Yes.
I have to bring
There's
it
not
back.
enough here. Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's a good
Bring it
idea.
Well, I mean, we
have
can
to
vote
bring
to
it back.
do it,
Yeah,
but to
okay,
pass
that's
the
fine.
ordinance, we'd have to bring it back.
Yeah, we don't have it. Do we have enough to vote to do it?
You have enough to vote to do that because you're not passing an ordinance.
Right. And then he can bring the ordinance back. So to give us a way to at least start on it. So we can vote on it, we just can't pass the ordinance.
Yeah, and I'm fine if we want to wait till whoa.
And with whom are we gonna do this?
Thanks.
That's the thing. We don't wanna reach out to these people. They should have reached out to us with this kind of money.
You would have to go,
Yeah,
to
we'd
another.
have
Yeah, maybe we need to check with some other communities and see who they use. And then State of Ohio, the Treasurer's Department, the Star of Ohio, different things like that that are out there that we can maybe look into.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know
Oh,
they probably
thank you.
have something.
I've never had one of these explode on me.
Yeah,
Just a
so
little
far
bit.
this year up to
Yeah.
June, we received $19.69 in interest.
Yeah, year to date.
Yeah, year to date, $19.69.
That's full crap.
And we're supposed to break that down.
Oh, they want it broken down by all the funds, but
I'd like to use the money,
like I
the
have
village's
said,
money, and I'd give
it's-
you a much better rate.
Actually, when you think about that $1.31, that's not really on the operating part of it.
Right.
Where all the other funds are coming from.
Thank you,
Right.
appreciate it.
This is on like our money market savings account.
Yeah.
Right, but
So
still,
to
it's-
me, that's like,
It should just stay in
it
it.
should stay where it's
Yes,
at,
it
not
should.
broke down with the general, or from the general street construction, state highway, the water, the sewer, the fire, you know, all
I think
that's
they're
what they
wrong
want
on
us to
that.
do is to
Right.
break that down.
too.
And it's.
I think they're wrong on that.
I
Yeah.
think they're wrong because like I said, it's not on the
It's not in the
general
general
account,
fund,
it's
that's
on
in
the
the
savings.
It doesn't
Right.
even
Now, there
sound right.
is one on the money market, I mean, not on the money market, on the sweep account.
Right.
So it may not be every month, but there
Do we
is
get
one.
interest on that as well?
We do,
on the sweep account?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not very much either. They both end up being like less than $5,
Yeah.
and that's stretching it.
Oh, on 5/28, we got $1.10
Yeah,
on the
I
sweep
was gonna
account.
say, it wasn't much, I just seen it.
Yeah,
And year-to-date, as of June, we've collected $10.61
on the sweep account.
on the sweep account.
Those combined are over $300,000. in,
Right.
Yeah, because, well, the sweep is something that's constant. When it hits that mark, then it sweeps over, so we
Yeah.
have operating capital, you know, so, yeah.
Yeah, it's been busy for June, because
We
I guess
just-
we did a deposit. Well, I won't, no, July. I won't get into July yet, because we're not there.
Okay. Something to bring back.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find out where we can get some options at.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody can come and talk to us or something, or send us something.
Well, that is something I was gonna ask a question on the money market and the activity detail for June on 6/22, the amount that was deposited, was that our payment on the,
Yes.
on the backhoe?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, what we did was we put it in there and then we credited the council and the water. So, yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, Audrey.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I don't really have anything too pressing at the moment. I'll think of something. Council, if you don't mind, before we go to committees, if we go to the audience first.
No, not at all.
Brian, haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, good. I mean, go first.
Yeah, in person.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Good. We got a little bit here for you. So for the fire report for the month of July, for fire reports, we didn't do any fire details in the village for the month of July. EMS details, we did 11. The EMS details were everything from cardiac events to sick people. There was a shooting, auto accident out here on Germany and Three Rivers Parkway. So there was 11 of those. Training for the fire department. For the month of July, we did, the crews combined did 34 and a half hours of training. Everything on ventilators, quick trakes to environmental emergencies. The fire department worked on technical rescues, boat operations, swiftwater rescue for the month of July. Code enforcement for the village. We're still working with Mr. Schmidt on the brick building. He's made a little bit of progress, but we still have that listed as a no occupancy building right now. You're gonna see the crews out. You've probably been seeing them. We've started our inspections. We didn't get to do our inspections for 2020 because of COVID. So the crews are back out doing the business inspections. Another thing that you're gonna see the crews out doing, you're gonna see them a lot, you're gonna wonder what they're doing. They're doing pre-plantings. So they're going to each individual business in all of Miami Township, Addyston, North Bend, Cleves, and they're actually pre-planting the buildings. What the interior walls look like, you know, where all the different components of the building are, with the HVAC systems, gas lines, electric, where they come into the building, closest water sources to the building. They're doing sketches of all those, and then we'll later pre-plan, put those into our computers on the truck, so that when we have a call at one of those businesses, we can pull that up. So we're out doing that. In fact, the crews were doing that down at the Meadows. I don't know if you know, Meadows is under new ownership. They were there 3 hours after the guy got handed the keys to go into the business, so he was pretty impressed that we were already there. With what he's planning on doing with that business, I don't think it's going to change what we call the use occupancy. because he's kind of keeping it the same, doing the same type of business that's in there. But he has scheduled a date with our fire inspector to go in and do inspection, just to make sure that all the details with that are filled out, and that he's gonna, kind of keep that building the same that it is. The last thing I'd like to bring up is Miami Township Fire Department received a proclamation from the Health Department for their responses and their aiding the community and what we went through for the COVID. So there was an actual proclamation registered with the Health Department. So I'm really proud. Our crews really did. The COVID thing was absolutely amazing to work through. There was a lot of challenges involved with PPE and cleaning and the staffing, just, all of it. So I'm very proud that they received that proclamation from the Health Department.
Congratulations.
Yep, thank you. That's all I have. Does anybody have any questions?
Can I ask you a question on the Bricks building? Is anybody allowed to occupy that at the present time?
No.
Okay. And do you have a list of orders for that?
Yes, and Mr. Weber has a copy of those. We have a copy of them with all the inspection issues that we found. And I'm pretty sure we submitted all that to Mr. Weber. If you need a copy of it.
That would be
get you a
great,
copy.
yeah.
Okay. Yep, you can do that.
Brian, I have a question. What was that, 3 weeks ago when we
Yeah.
did our event over on the playground?
Yeah, I was gonna ask him that, go ahead.
Yeah. We borrowed hose, and first off, I want to thank you guys for helping us get the water back to where we needed it.
No problem.
But the fire plug at the VFW does not work.
Okay.
We tried to get water out of it, and then one of your guys came also and couldn't get water out of it. So-
We can get water out of it.
Oh, we couldn't
That
get
wasn't
it
the
into
problem.
hose.
We moved the hose because, well, the fire hydrants are actually council's responsibility to replace. And that's one thing that, I should have brought that up with this one, is that at the bottom, it's cracked all the way around it. Once we turned the water on enough to get it down to where it was,
Yeah.
it was literally spraying across the street out of the hydrant itself.
Dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally could have exploded the hydrant. So he said, I can't remember his name, he was a really nice guy. He said, yeah, shut it down. Don't do this, because literally it was.
Okay, yeah, I knew I couldn't get water out of it. That's why I called them to see.
They inspect I know it's our responsibility, but who does the inspection of our fire plug?
That's a good question. So let me explain that part that I know, and that was before I moved in this position. But what I understand is that we, in the other villages and in Miami Township, the fire department goes out. We check all the hydrants in the spring and in the fall. We do it regularly. We flow them, we pump them out. We also do what's called pedo on them, so we check to see how much pressure and how much gallonage we're getting out of each hydrant. And then we mark those so that we know when we get there how much they're getting. At some point when we were doing those, some of the residents were complaining that it was turning their water brown and they were having issues. So we were asked to stop it at some point, not to do that. And I was
How
under the
long ago was
impression
that? Because I know I haven't, you guys, I don't think tested our stuff for
we haven't done
a
it
long
for a while.
time.
Yeah, that's
I would
why.
have
And I
to-
think though, since we've been flushing it, because she's been sending out every 3 months flushing it, shouldn't be as much of an issue.
Okay. I know your folks are doing it. So the only thing I can tell you for sure is that we don't do it. It does need to be done for things like you just found. There was one there that obviously is not working or we're having issues with. I don't know that I would have any records
All right.
of when that happened or when we were asked not to do it. It's something we can obviously work on, we can work together on. We actually have a program right now that in the township, we're funding a gentleman to go around and paint all the hydrants. That helps with the upkeep, helps keep from rusting.
Yeah.
So is that just for Miami Township?
That's
or-
just for Miami Township. If it's
Like, what
something
do you
guys-
do exactly with fire hydrants that include all the communities?
Excuse me?
What exactly do you do with fire hydrants that include all the communities, not just,
What we do is in the spring, we go out and we pump them because they've set all winter and they get sediment in them, so we flow them, make sure they work. We take a food grade grease and grease all the fittings to make sure that they're operational. And then if there's any issues, like if we were to find a crack or whatever, then we report that, immediately to whichever water department's responsible for that area. Because we deal with, your waterworks, Cleves, we deal with Cincinnati Waterworks, so we deal with 3 different waterworks departments.
so right now you're testing all of the fire hydrants except Addyston's fire hydrants?
That's correct.
So we can possibly change that?
Yes.
I mean, whoever said don't do it way in the past, I don't know, but I think moving forward with building that sense of community and having you guys work with us on that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should coordinate
You'll
with
find that
flushing.
there's a lot of them that probably
Yeah.
have maintenance issues or that need to be maintained.
Yeah, I would say.
So I think it'd be a good idea. I wish I could tell you exactly what the gentleman's charging us to paint those. He goes through and cleans them, primes them, and then paints them. And I don't remember what that figure is off the top of my head. If I can find out for you.
Do you mark those as out of service, or should they be marked as out of service?
Absolutely.
They used to put a,
We usually
Garbage
just
bag.
garbage bag
Steve
over.
Ober used to mark them.
Yeah.
yeah, so, yeah, I don't know if that one's been marked yet or not.
Because, yeah, that one definitely should not be used.
Right.
Yeah, and I think if we have a problem with the brown water, we're just gonna have to notify the residents when it's gonna happen. It's gotta be done, it's gotta be done.
Yeah,
Right.
just like we do when we flush.
Yeah.
Should just coordinate it with the
Right.
flushing that they
But
do
that's what
anyway.
was happening. They was flushing and the residents were not notified.
Yeah.
And that was creating a problem.
Well, it's been a long time.
It's been a while since that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking, because now they're doing it every 3 months.
And
Shouldn't
they
be as
don't
bad.
have their own personnel now, so.
Right. Yeah, but I don't ever remember seeing them do it for quite some time. I mean, our people.
Oh, no, not every hydrant, I don't believe, not
Yeah.
work them. They may, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll check on that. I'll get all that information. I'll get it all typed up for you. Explain that a little better, what we do, what all we go through. I'll include the cost of what the guy's charging us right now to paint them. I want to say it's like, I hate to say it because I
Yeah,
don't know.
just,
off the top of my
that's
head.
okay. You got that.
I'll find out for sure. Those are good questions. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad we had a discussion because I truly believe it's something that we need to be
Yeah.
done. And we're already doing them for everybody else anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of a
So
liability.
in the meantime, are you gonna get the one repaired up there at the main and at the VFW?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
It is our
I mean,
responsibility.
Yeah, there are responsibilities, we need
I
to get
mean, we have an
repaired.
opinion from the solicitor that the water board owns the pipes running to it and council owns anything above ground, so.
Is there a reason for that, may I ask, while we're talking about it?
That was the opinion we got a few years ago, so.
Yeah,
To our revised code.
is that right?
Yeah.
So
It's
it's sort of
weird,
a
but-
shared cost that, if it needs to be.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to make the motion that we have that fixed. I'm not sure what the cost is gonna be, but
We still
It
have
has
to
to
do
be
it.
done.
Has to be fixed.
yeah.
I'll second it.
The water board gets the water to the houses, but the fire protection is the village's part of it. That's why the hydrants come out of the ground
Mhm.
for the fire protection. That's why that's. the
Oh, they
village
consider it
expense.
part of the village, yeah, protection. Got it.
Makes sense that way.
And Pam, you made the motion to
And I
fix it, and
seconded it.
Lacey, you seconded. Is there any other discussion on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford.
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
We had an agreement, is that agreement still in effect with
With what?
Hamilton County? Who was working on our fire?
At one time we had Public Works.
Mm-hmm.
we were calling them in. It was between them and the water board had a standing, what do you call it, agreement or retention that, for them to repair. So it was both of them. Chip, when he was here, was calling in Hamilton County. I'm pretty sure that we could get a hold of them. I could go back through previous invoices if that's what you want, or to call Mear, they're the other one that we used.
Would you mind checking with both of them?
I can check with both of them. Should I, when I do it, do you, I mean, I can't poll council by phone, but go with the,
I think we should go with the cheapest
the
and best.
reasonable, the reasonable.
The cheapest, yeah,
Make
most reasonable,
decision.
cheapest and best. Yeah.
I can't let you know what I
You
find
agree
out.
to that?
Yeah, that's
we'll-
fine. I'm good.
Then we probably should make a motion. Tell them.
Well, there's a motion on the floor at the moment.
Please
We've
amend it.
already
I'll just amend it
voted
to
on
that.
that one.
Are you gonna amend it?
Amend it to
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
language.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That way we're covered.
Okay. And I'll let you know by email, but it won't be asking you for your opinion, just be telling you what I found out.
Mhm.
All right, anybody else have any questions for me?
Good to see you, Brian.
Yes, good to see you. Always is, thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Do you have anything, Don?
He always has something.
I actually didn't get any numbers together. I'll have that at the next council meeting. One thing I do want to bring, I have brought this up before, and I think we just kind of let it slip past. This would have to do with the fire department and getting a Knox box for this building so that they have access to here in case on a weekend or overnight, if an officer has any kind of medical emergency or something like that, or if they can't get to a door to let somebody in, they can at least radio or telephone and get the fire department or other officers in here with the use of that Knox box.
Not to take away from you, but back to him. I did ask about that for some of our residents, probably a year or so ago.
Okay.
And I haven't heard back on that. That's when Chief was still in.
Okay.
And I forget who he told me that we had to contact.
There's a guy inside our department that handles all the Knox issues or the Knox boxes. There's several types. There's some that are mounted into masonry, or they have some that actually hang over a door frame so that, we can get into those. If you're not familiar with how the Knox system works, the fire trucks have a key in them. Each firefighter is issued a code. They have to punch that code in, and a master key comes out and it fits all the Knox boxes in our area. And then inside that box is a set of keys that allows us to get in without breaking any doors, windows, or anything like that.
Because our businesses don't have them, do they?
Some do, some don't.
That was
So
another
we can
question.
take care of that too.
All right, sounds good.
That's all I have, is seeing if we could possibly get a Knox box on the building for not just the police officer safety, but Margaret's in here at night sometimes, the mayor, council, you all are in here if something happens. And if an officer's downtown at the jail, it's 20 minutes running code, but that's a long 20 minutes when you need help.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Thank you. I make a motion that we get a Knox box for the building.
I'll second.
Did you vote on the last one? Did you vote on the last ordinance, or the last motion?
I thought we did. You said we voted on the last motion, correct? She said, yeah.
Yeah, we amended that. I'm sure
We
that's
went
what
back and
you all-
amended it.
Yeah, the Pam's original.
Yeah,
we
they
talked
voted on
about
it.
and
All right.
Lisa seconded.
So, on the Knox box, Dan Pillow made the motion. And second that. Is there any discussion on that?
Do we have any idea of the cost?
Is there any idea on the cost of one of the Knox boxes that have put out here?
They're like
Ballpark?
between $200 and $400, depending on which style you go to.
Any other discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
All right, so. We'll just go ahead and head the committees at this point. Dan Pillow?
Okay. Thank you, Mear. I sent a email out. I'm trying to figure out what I sent it out for to council just before I left.
It was, it's this about the CDBG paving project.
Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, that information sent out to council. Mayor Mear and I had a talk. I don't know if we mentioned that before or not, Mayor, with Joy Pearson, an email back to us concerning
About the park pavement.
Yeah, we got an email back saying that, yes, they would provide us with $125,000 to reorganize the contract on the thing. Bob, did anybody mention anything to you about breaking the contract?
Last time we were at council,
That was Monday we talked about.
right, you mentioned that you had spoken with the people down there and
Yeah.
they were gonna,
They had mentioned it, yeah, I
And
just
then
want
you
to
had a
clarify.
meeting on
contract.
Tuesday after that Monday. So then, did you get back with Bob? Remember, that's what we talked about. Had a
Right,
meeting with Joy the next day,
yeah,
and maybe get with Bob and say what
yeah, I think
transpired.
Bob got the email on that meeting.
I don't
Can you
believe
copy
I
me
did.
on
Well,
this? Because I didn't-
Addyston, maybe. Yeah, because, yeah.
But are they terminating the contract?
I believe that's what they said, that they were terminating, that contract would be terminated. There wasn't a lot of great detail about how they were going to go about that. But we have $125,000 to work with to get
This is
the
what
road
was signed.
back in.
Yeah.
So
See, I wasn't included, so.
which
I'll
also,
give that to you right now.
then the latest one we got is from Sean Riggs. The mayor and I got an email from him that he wants to meet us at tomorrow, but he didn't give us a time. He said either between 8 and 10 or 3 and 5. He sent out an email to
Oh,
you and I,
right.
and
We
yeah,
just
Joy
need to
Pearson.
respond to the timing.
Right,
like
I
10
told you many
o'clock.
times it was good for me, but I didn't hear anything back from him.
Yeah, because
To
it's kind of
further
on the
dis-
whim.
Yeah, to further
on the
discuss
same project?
that. Yeah. So
That's
I
on the
don't-
same project, correct?
Huh?
This is about the pavement project, correct?
Yes.
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 Main Street project or the west, the park?
Park project.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, so we just need to respond to him tonight.
okay.
I'm good with the 10 o'clock.
8 to 10? Yeah, that's what it was, 8 to 10 or 3 to 5, I think is what it said in the
But
email.
yeah, that's his window. 10 I prefer.
Okay. So we'll be talking about that. We also got we were in a meeting, the mayor and I, on the Housing Our Future. No, that's a different grant. This one was on the action plan for housing in Addyston that we've talked a lot about. Lish and CBC released the study that they did. And we are going to go over that study Wednesday, August the 18th. Is that correct, Mayor?
That is correct.
10 to 11.
10 a.m., good time.
10 to 11 a.m. We're going to discuss the housing plan. I couldn't find the original thing that had the information on it,
Yes.
so I could send it to the rest of council so you guys could physically take a look at it, and if there's anything that you would like to add, take away. It's about, with the glossary, it's about a 44-page.
And on Wednesday, are we supposed to be at the park?
Wednesday, yeah, we're gonna get to that one. That's okay.
This is the same time, or are we done by?
It's earlier, yeah, but that won't be a problem. Once we get started over there, I can break away and be in that particular meeting. But Mayor, if you can find that email, would you share that with the rest of council?
Sure.
Yeah, I couldn't find the original one to get it out. We also talked about the water grant, mini grant. We talked about that. I'm just getting this information that we asked about taking the matching funds out of the $40,000 that we got. Kind of thought that was okay. 2 different agencies, as it turns out. We can't use the county funds to do a match for a state project.
We never have been able to do that.
Right, yeah. So we'll have to,
Yeah.
yeah. I was at a retirement function and Joy was there and she asked me about that. She says, I saw that email, I'm not sure I understood that. So, yeah, that's the answer to that particular question. So, Mayor, that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. Lisa?
Okay, so with the Water Sewer Committee, I gave everyone a copy of the minutes from our meeting on August the 3rd, I guess it was. We had our meeting and the Water Board planned their meeting right in front of our meeting so that they could be here for our meeting to discuss this investing in Ohio's future water and wastewater infrastructure grant. So we kind of all came to an agreement at that meeting, which we kind of discussed at the last meeting we had last week, about, turning it over to CT Consultants to do the grant for us. So that I did. I contacted Mayor Mear that night, and she contacted Sean Riggs the very next day. Well, not Sean, but Danielle, because Sean was out until, what was it, Tuesday or something?
Yeah, the Tuesday after.
Yeah. So now they're all kind of in on it. And today at 5 o'clock there was a meeting via Ring Central, which I had never heard of till today. It's kind of like Zoom, I guess. So I was in on a meeting and with the mayor, Sean Riggs, Danielle, and what was the other Sean's name? Sean?
I can't remember. Last name starts with an A, though.
Yeah, he's the one who,
He was the one who deals with the water when it comes to engineering.
right. So they kind of were going over a plan, to see what we wanted to apply for, because there's so many different things to do. And Sean Riggs brought up the map for us and showed us a piece of land we already owned that he said would be feasible to move the pump house to. And because they suggested that we not try to relocate the wells because our wells are good. So, they need some upkeep and things the mayor was discussing. But other than that, our wells, they said our wells are very good wells. So our plan then is to, see what kind of documents they need from us and what information they need from us to move forward with what they want to apply with the grant.
Yeah, because they were saying, okay, so what we needed to bring up tonight was this. That water infrastructure grant. You know how there's a question there that says either you have matching funds, you don't have matching funds.
Yes.
It doesn't require ordinance or resolution if we have a matching fund, but she said it doesn't really necessarily have to be a certain amount because that could be part of the grant. But if we can offer up something, and he was even saying $1. And I said, well, I gotta take that out of my own pockets, do that if we can get it done for $1. But also, in good faith, we could say, well, we're gonna put $500 as a match toward this. We may not even need it, but we needed to run that by council and see if that's something you want to. Because we have to amp, that's extra points. Like if we
Right.
say, no, we're not gonna match
Yeah,
anything,
it
we
is.
lose points.
Matching funds is extra points on
extra
that
points.
system, so.
Maybe 5.
Honestly, I think, I want to make a motion that we go ahead and offer up $500 as a matching fund.
They said they could take it as, a council approval and allow the mayor to draw up a letter to offer a certain dollar amount. Or however Bob sees fit to do it. They said either way, but they're not requiring a resolution or ordinance.
Yeah.
So I make my motion then that we allow the mayor to draw up a letter for the grant for the matching funds of $500.
I second the motion.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Dan Pillar. Is there any discussions on this?
Yeah, the one question that I have is, are they able to expedite it to get in on the engineer's priority list?
That's what we're trying to hope to do. So basically, after tonight, I said I was bringing it up to you guys. I get this. They move it on out
Okay.
to see if we can get in that first round. But she said even if we don't
Yeah,
make it on this top 10, they're still taking projects all
Yeah.
the way down.
absolutely. Yeah, that gives us some points, though, to get it in on the.
Yes,
on
that's
the,
another reason
the
why
highway
yes,
engineer's priority list.
Right.
Yeah,
it's exponential to move forward as fast as possible.
very good.
Any other discussion?
So where is the site that they want to move it, that they said you can move it to, the same one you were talking about before?
No, not necessarily. It's another chunk they were looking at that we actually own. It's next to North Bend Terminal area, but just past Enios's. It's like in between. There's a section, a big chunk there that we actually still own.
I wish I had a copy of that map that
some
showed
property over there.
So it's amazing the way he reads my mind when I start talking.
Yeah.
He moves it around for
Yeah.
me.
Isn't down there like by my old
Yeah.
house, like crossing that area?
It's down along in there,
That's why I think
yes.
there used to be houses, I don't know what they called that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years and
Said
years
it's a
ago.
possibility, but that's just something they're looking at right now.
Mhm.
That, I mean, that could
Where we
go
kinda dump
towards
that?
project
area?
readiness.
Sure.
That we already
further
own a
down.
piece of land that's
Okay.
feasible,
Yeah, well, also.
even if we don't use it.
Right, I looked at the county's map, and we own right at the end of Monsanto's driveway, or trucking area over there. We own the property right adjacent to that.
That's what he's
That's
talking about.
Is that the,
Oh,
is that
okay,
the spot?
So yeah, you know where we're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just
absolutely.
hard to explain exactly where it was.
Yeah, you know where they park their trucks and
Yeah.
stuff down here? Yeah, just, the next piece of property belongs
We
to
was
us.
hoping they would let us inch back over.
Well, yeah, and I think that's still a possibility,
Yeah,
but we
see,
do
that's what
have
I mean,
land.
it's
Right.
But we
kinda
can
like-
work on that
yeah.
later.
Yeah, and that's what I asked him. I said, is that not too far from the wells? And he said, no, that would be perfectly doable to put the pump houses
he
on
did
it.
say it's, yeah, he
Yeah.
said it's doable.
So, I mean, that helps us in the project readiness area, that we already have a site. So,
Yeah.
And are our wells on their property?
Yeah, right now.
Kind of, not really. Because if you look on pages, that would
We
be,
have to cross their
we have to
property.
cross the
to-
property to get to it. That's, yeah, but I mean, that's not really too big of an issue, but
Yeah.
is there any way from that piece of property to make a
I think that we could.
trail back to
You
the
have to
pumps?
cross the tracks, and that's,
The tracks is,
Could be a
when we
problem.
cross the tracks, the water board receives a yearly fee from the railroad that they have to pay to cross the tracks, and they get it every year. It's like
It is
$500.
ridiculous, but.
wow.
$500 a year to go across the railroad tracks.
I wonder what Enios pays.
I don't know.
You know, they-
That's kind of, I guess,
Ever
why we
since I've
just
been
go
clerk and
across
I
them.
inherited it, I know that what it costs.
Are we paying to cross that track even though we're crossing Enios's track crossing?
Like
We
right
should be
here.
paying then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
What
we-
did they?
Well, we got an open motion here.
yeah.
All right. Any other discussion about that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And that's all I have at this time.
Thanks, Lisa. Ann?
I have, we had a planning committee, I put commission, that was committee.
It's hard to keep them straight, isn't it? They
Yeah,
sound like-
on, boy, I really screwed up. It was on the 11th, but it was a Wednesday.
Sorry about that. So anyway, we discussed the status of the walking paths and the blacktop and the problems that we were having, and the fact that Councilman Pill had, and Dr. and Bob were made aware of the problem and reviewed the contracts, and that Hamilton County was going to terminate the contract and have a CT associate to work on the plans to complete the work with a new contractor. So we'll see how that goes. And the other thing we talked about was moving forward with the park project and how the committee would help where it could to get things done over there. Put in the hours during weekdays since weekends were a problem. Committee has set Wednesday, the 18th, from 8 a.m. to around noon to start on the turnaround wall. The turnaround wall where the flag will be, or do you call it a turnabout?
Roundabout?
Roundabout.
The roundabout?
Yeah, where you go around that circle.
Yeah.
I'll just so you guys know before I forget, since you're mentioning that wall, we still have that invoice. They had all but 6 bricks. So we're just kind of hanging on to it till they get them in. So if they call or something,
Sure,
that's all I want to say.
yeah,
What invoice?
great.
From what company?
From that rock, builders.
Oh, gosh, Western Builders
Western
Supply.
Building
I think it was just a
Supply.
copy of it. You should have the original.
I know, but I'm just wondering if I paid it. When you said that, did you got 6 that you're still expecting?
Oh,
Yeah, we have six
Everything.
bricks. They had
Okay.
all but 6
Yeah.
bricks.
Okay. Because I've received it. In fact, I paid one, it was on pay ordinance, and then I got one in the mail today that I haven't,
Okay.
I opened it, but I really haven't looked at it.
Yeah, I took advantage of having the trailer and went and got
Mhm.
finished getting them all and stacked them over there. But I just wanted you to be aware. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Miss Ann, go ahead.
So then the other thing with that, with your meeting from 10 to,
That's why I was questioning.
That's okay, I mean, yeah, I don't think we had to change anything.
It might rain anyhow. Who
Good
knows?
possibility. Mhm.
And do we have the sand?
Mhm.
Sand, didn't we need sand?
I'm sorry.
Didn't we need some sand?
Yeah, we approved the
Yeah.
ordering of that.
Do we have it?
No one's contacted me for any purchase order.
Yeah, if we could, yeah, we already have that, council approved that. I think it's Lisa saying that we
Yeah, you
could.
approved it the last meeting, but no
Okay.
one's called me and
Yeah.
said they need a purchase order to get it.
Okay.
But do we need that Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. We're wondering if the maintenance department can pick that, I think it's 10 or 12 bags at some point.
I mean, it could be picked up because it's a Home Depot thing. It can be delivered or picked up.
I didn't know if we were getting something else, but these come from 2 different places, I'm assuming.
Right, yeah.
Oh, they are?
Or
What's
is it
that?
all the same?
It's all the same.
Okay.
What else was it? I'm sorry.
Concrete and the sand.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
They can just pick up the sand if that's what you want. Well,
Yeah.
can I get a PO for the sand, please?
Can you call me in the morning?
Yes.
And,
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's in bags, Mayor, but do they have a spot to put it in the firehouse building? Till we
We can
use it,
make
it's only 10 or 12 bags, I believe.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
make one. That's
and
not a big deal.
certainly if they're free, we want to help. We want any help that we can get. We don't have a problem with that. Everybody said that they were pretty much free, and that's another project that we could start on and sort of get out of the way.
okay, if we're through with that. The only other thing we talked about was completing the lights, the exercise equipment in cooperation with maintenance. And did you order another light, Margret? Or did you need
No,
that?
we'll get a PO for that
No,
tomorrow
I
too.
didn't.
Okay,
I'll come in tomorrow
Okay.
and help out with all that.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
do it.
We have a PO for lights. We just, the
Well,
ones that
that's
we bought
been
before.
used.
Huh?
That's been
You
used
want a
on the
new one
lights
for
we
that?
got, so.
We just need one more.
and only other thing we talked about was relocating dirt piles. And that would be with the contractor.
Mhm. Yeah, Lisa, Mear, and I had talked about over on the site, it is a part of the contractor, and when we get the new contract, maybe we can get them to move that expeditiously.
Okay.
Part of what we do. To get it over in the area, if you look on the many of thousands of maps that you've seen of that place, where the skate park was in that area, piling the dirt, shaping it, making sure we get topsoil on the top, because we noticed that kids were loving those mountains of dirt over there. It would give them something else to do, ramp and so forth and so on. And it would also get it out of our way and afford us if we need some dirt sometimes.
Also, on that note, because we have our own little dirt pile,
Yeah,
our batteries in our backhoe exploded. So that's why it's been sitting down there the whole time. I'd like to order some new batteries.
I didn't need them if you're gonna use the backhoe.
Yeah.
Do you know about how much they are?
Usually they run about, there's 2 batteries that go in it, and both of them pretty much, usually $100 to $130 maybe a piece.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to allow
Yes.
maintenance to
okay.
get the 2 batteries.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam, second by Lisa to buy the new batteries. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Thank you for that reminder. Sorry about that again, Miss Ann.
I'm finished. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Ann. Pam?
The only thing I have is that, tried to have a special events meeting last Thursday, Wednesday, whatever day it was, the 12th, to talk about, I have mentioned about having the village's 135th anniversary is coming up in September. I know that we can afford or time allowing us to do anything extravagant, but we thought if we could do something over to the park. I know we talked about, in finance about if there was enough money maybe to do fireworks or just have people gather like they did for like what we did over at the Fernbeck Park. Just have people show up early in the day just to reminisce or whatever. Something simple, nothing that's going to have to have us demand a station or get people to work it. It's just having somebody come in doing it and then maybe do it towards the evening. We probably would need some type of tent or something. Because if it's scorching, we're talking about September, like either the 3rd or 4th Saturday. I know originally we talked about the 25th, but I said I forgot I have a conflict that day. But the weekend before would be fine. I mean, it's just what, if council wants to do anything. I know I brought this up several times, or do we just want to just say something about it, or just a way I feel that we could just give back without really
I hear you.
doing a lot, because it's the same people all the time that show up and, put the effort through and do everything. This way,
Yep.
we'd have Rosie coming in, do the fireworks. I did contact them. They can do it for us. They said the cost went up a little bit since the police use it like $500, it's like $3,500 for basically the show that they
Same
did
show
for
we did.
last year.
It's pretty good.
That was a lot of fun.
Probably
Yeah.
their year-end stuff they're trying to get rid of.
Which that's fine, I don't mind buying
Because
your
it's after
stuff.
the one day at Riverfest or whatever that
So they
is.
did say that they could do that for us. It's just do we want to do anything else? Like the Addyston kids memory thing, they always, talk about wanting people to get together, people
Yeah,
that
I've
used to
seen
love
many
Mear,
on
people,
there
just to
lately.
reminisce. I know we,
Community
I don't know.
cookout and have people bring their cornhole sets.
yeah, I mean, just
Yeah,
somebody to
something
bring
like
people
that.
out.
Just
but-
to visit with people.
Right.
I first just kind of feel, maybe, I don't know that we should, 135 years is a little inconsequential to me.
I thought it was 130.
130.
We already
I mean,
had that one.
we usually
Yeah.
do
We
hundreds.
had 100-year
125, 150.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's 130.
It's
I don't know why I said
It is
130.
We can name it something else.
It's 130th.
And then maybe every 5
Oh,
years.
so we're
do
5 years
something.
past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 125th.
Or you don't even have to call it that, just call it a
Right.
community,
Yeah.
You just
community
say,
cookout day.
because it's actually September 2nd.
It's the anniversary of the village.
So that's why I figure if we did it in September.
Yeah.
But if you see on Facebook, there's a lot of people, not even like, say, Addyston kids, but there's a lot of, I want to say, seasoned citizens,
Right.
senior citizens, who are asking, if anything's going on. And And really and truthfully, I know Jay Eggleston was involved in the one at Fernbank with the rallies, and I don't think they're doing that anymore. If they're doing it, Jay and the rallies aren't involved. And there's a lot of people just asking, and my thought on was that if we had it at the park, maybe that would draw some interest to get people involved
At the
in
park,
seeing what
yeah.
the village is trying to do for our park, is what I was thinking.
You know, tell them to bring their chairs and their picnic baskets, whatever. Then the
Yeah.
other thought was, oh, what about alcohol? People bring alcohol. That was the other thing. Do we care? I mean, do we have to do anything special? I mean, I could care less
I
if they
asked
bring it or
Brian,
not, but
I
it's
asked
like,
Mr. Lacey
do we want
tonight.
something like that?
I asked Mr. Lacey tonight how Miami Township does it with their festival, their music things they have. And he said that they have something with the American Legion includes that they're the ones who sell the beer, is what he said. And I said, well, I'll just call Cindy Oster and ask her a little bit more information about it.
Yeah, because that way, I just don't think the village can man it or be involved. I mean, we just can't. We can't do it. We can't get enough people to do it.
I just think it would be, I think a lot of people would come out and enjoy it.
Yeah, if you're giving them fireworks, they probably would.
Yeah.
I mean, even people from all over.
The timing, if the timing is right, I mean, people may not want to stay all day. I don't know what the details are.
Yeah, we're thinking
more or
like in
less.
the evening, like, 4 or 5, something, have just a few hours and then, it'll start getting dark and maybe if we want to have
Like
that video that we have of the history in your own backyard, about all the places in Addyston, different, the history, basically.
Yeah.
Somewhere if we had a tent, we could maybe put it under that. Maybe be a good time to maybe raffle off some of them t-shirts and coins, just to get rid of some. I mean, just, every hour or something like that, not charging anything, we're just trying to give back and,
not a moneymaker.
yeah, it's just
Per
something
se.
to try to get
It's just-
people out. And,
Yeah, that's fine, but people are going to be out for a while. They're going to look for something to eat.
yeah.
They're going to be wanting something to eat or drink.
That's not something I feel that the village could get involved in, but if
Yeah.
somebody else wanted to do it,
Sure.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's
Hey,
just
you
what,
could
it's just
call
what
in
we
some
want.
food trucks.
Yeah.
And just like we had some of them last year, just
Yeah.
That's,
We tried that, right, Tom?
You know, the thing is, the one that showed up did make some good money. but-
Right, so they
She
might
ran
want to come
out.
back.
And there's others that paid just, we can't force them to be here, they just didn't.
Yeah.
They paid for the
I
spots
just hate
and
to
didn't show up.
advertise something that don't happen, that don't,
Especially when you know that they're supposed to be there and then the day of, everybody's looking at you like, well, why
Right.
aren't they here? Why can't go take, what do you want me to do? Go take the food truck and drive it here myself?
because I know those people did well, they sold out on
Oh, they
everything.
sold
were-
out, yeah.
They were happy, but it's like,
Very high.
it's just what do we want to, time, we don't meet again, it's like, what do we want to do with this? I mean, the cost of the village, if we get a tent, because I don't think our tents will be big enough. The ones we have, the white ones, we got 2
They'd
of
be
those.
fine for like if we was gonna do the t-shirts and coins, things like that.
Yeah, but something, I mean, just to get people out of the sun if they, depending if you're,
If you put two of them together, if we're not using them, you could put some tables and chairs
yeah.
underneath.
I'm just trying to get away from us having to drag all this stuff out, tear it down
Yeah.
with, no one
Just
being
make sure
there.
the grass is cut.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to
Just have
stay
them
off
bring their own
the
chairs.
field area, because that's one thing that Rosie's did, ask me, where are we playing? I said, well, where you normally have it, I assume.
They do it on the park, in the
Yeah.
park area, right?
Right.
That's what they use as the park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Shoot off.
like up front towards the street, if we, could have stuff set up there and
Yeah.
Do
and
you
not
know
shut
where
down
the,
our street,
Do you
Up on
remember
the-
where those balloon blow-ups were at?
Yeah,
That's where Rosie told us and the fire department's told us the line was.
okay.
So where they ended on that flat was our line. So
Yeah,
that's
where we filled
So
that.
you have some of it,
Yeah.
just not.
If we just did, if we
Because
set
it's a
some up
circle,
there.
so we
Yeah.
was able to take up the front and that's why you see them go over and kind of down a little bit.
Right.
So that would be our line,
You can
just to
make
give you an idea.
restroom facility.
Yeah, and then there's a problem with the restroom. If you got people, you have to have a restroom, You don't have to
Yeah.
have, but it's like, where are they gonna go?
Yeah, we
So, I
had
mean-
portalettes, and at one time they used the firehouse.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that
Well, and
huge
if you
gathering.
remember, you can go into VFW and there again, like with beer and stuff like that, I mean, the VFW, they have their bar and that, but they have to have special permit for,
To move it
out-
outside.
outdoors.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just how much do we want to be involved as the village? I mean, if other people want to come, but still someone's going to have a say-so over it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like it's just what council wants to do. I just know we don't have the manpower to man food, beer, water, pop, and all that kind of thing. We're gonna have enough problem if it's advertised with traffic. And that would involve our officers.
So, yeah, so you actually looking at the pad itself right
Yeah,
there.
down, yeah. So it's just a thought if we want to do it.
It is, but you know, it takes some real detailed planning. I mean, I don't have a problem if council says, let's do it, but we need to work on the details as we go.
Right. But it's just, you know, that if we want to do the fireworks, you know, I know at ASD, we've saved some money in some other areas, so we could find, if we really want to do that, we could find that finance, but it's just whatever council wants to do.
What was the date you're looking at again?
Was it let me look on my phone because I'll be seeing it.
Looking at 9/11?
No, 18.
I'll look at the calendar on here.
Here, you want
Here's my
my
phone.
calendar?
9/18 is the Saturday before 25th.
Yeah. I thought I wrote it down.
So today's the 16th, so you have about a month to get everything organized
Right.
for the function.
And get the word out.
Yeah.
Saturday, the 18th?
Yeah. So that's why I was saying that instead of having us involved in everything, if we really can't, you know, with the water and the pop and all that kind of thing. So I know people are gonna need a drink, bathroom, and need some,
So beside that 3,500, then you gotta pay for portalets for sure.
yeah.
Because most of the people that come will be from outside of Addyston
You
for
think?
fireworks.
Yeah.
And there's actually nothing to occupy the people until it's dark
Right.
at this point.
Unless it's, you know, if we do, you know, kind of make it like they do at Firm Bank where everybody kind of does their own thing, just shows up here and brings their food and whatever. I know you went over there. I haven't went over to when they did the, whatever, what are they calling it anymore? The Addyston Kids?
Addyston reunion or just something
Reunion or
like
something
that.
to that
Yeah,
effect.
it's Addyston reunion, wasn't Addyston Kids is on Facebook.
Right.
So it's a reunion.
Yeah.
And people just kind of had gotten their own tables. They were in a section. Everybody just mingles around and
Yeah.
talks to, you know, reminisces. And
Shirley Donaldson used to be a liaison that she'd always
Yeah.
let me know when it was.
Right.
And then Mr. Eggleston and,
Gerald and his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
I don't think
Gerald
they
Island.
really charged any fees or anything like that. Everybody just showed up and brought their own things.
could we set up a meeting with them?
Yeah, that sounds
I
great.
mean,
If they want to be
It's gonna
involved.
take a few minutes it's gonna take some time to kind of get details, get everybody where they need to be.
Yeah, I was just thinking about, as me speaking, I don't think we want to get involved in like money-making things or anything like that because there's no time and there's not enough people
Sure.
to volunteer.
Could we maybe make it publicized that we're trying to do it and we're gonna have a meeting on a such and such date? Those that are interested to come to the meeting?
Yeah.
Could we do something like that? Because there might be other people out there that are interested besides like Jay and.
Yeah, and hand them off to some of
Gerald.
the other people. The ones that's been doing it for years. Say, all we're going to do is provide some fireworks, the area, and what
Well,
else? do you
Mark
want?
just wanted to let you know he's out of town that weekend.
So you can't be
Oh,
our, you can't be
dang.
our video guy?
Yeah, I won't be here.
That's
Can
what
we
we're.
cancel your trip?
No. It's a trade show. They
Oh.
won't,
Yeah, he has to go to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I can't do the 25th because I'm doing
we
my
hear it.
granddaughter's birthday party. I already said that. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. What am I talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's the mermaid party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, no, I'm off here in September. No, I'm not.
Well, do you have a day that you want to try to
Hey, I'll
have a
do any,
meeting?
any
We
day
need
is
to
fine
do it
with
as
me.
soon as possible,
Yeah.
within the next week or so.
Who's on that committee?
Lisa and
Dan Dahl.
Dan Dalton. Dan, of course, because we had it set up, but he couldn't make it. Lisa just thought because Dan, the situation with him, that we weren't having a meeting, so I showed up here and Margaret was here.
Could we maybe like schedule it for Well, you can't do it next Monday and Tuesday, that's out.
Yep.
That's
Well, we
the
could
other
do
thing.
this week.
Can we try to
Today's
do
only
it
what?
maybe,
Monday.
can we
Got all
try to
week.
do it
It's going on
for
next Monday and Tuesday.
Thursday?
The hearing.
Oh,
Thursday?
I don't have my phone with me. I can't
And
check to see what's going
Thursday?
on. I'm sorry, yeah.
Thursday?
Lisa, are you
Thursdays.
available Thursday?
Maybe 6?
No, Thursday's my anniversary and we're leaving town, sorry.
It's okay, we'll have it, and we'll fill you, we'll have it and fill you in on it.
Wednesday?
Wanna do that? We'll just we'll have more than one, so.
Oh, there'll be several, I'm sure,
Yeah.
to get
Because
this
Wednesday you have
thing
enough
looking,
time.
get the
Wednesday?
necessary.
The 15th?
Yeah.
I thought something's going, oh, I think that's because I'm thinking in the morning.
Yeah. So,
Wednesday's okay too?
15th at 6 PM,
The
The
15th of what?
15th, no, that's the 18th.
this Wednesday?
This Wednesday is the
Yes.
18th. yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're probably still.
No, I'm in September. Sorry about that, I had my calendar open.
So we're gonna do it Wednesday the 18th at, what time's good,
6.
everybody? Lisa, 6 work for you?
Sure.
All right, so are we, after that meeting, or then are we gonna try to publicize it?
Well, I'll get a hold of Jay Eggleston if it's okay with everybody.
I guess we just need to know, do we wanna do fireworks or not, so I can let Rosie and them know, if everything works out. It's up to council.
Well, we're not gonna meet in a while, so if you're gonna,
I mean, we can always
Try to
set
get
up a
them on the
special
books.
meeting.
yeah.
If
Do we wanna wait till after Wednesday and
if
see
you
what
have to get
happens?
something done, we can always,
Mhm.
Well,
even after a hearing, we can have one after that.
you can tentatively do it, and then if you have to cancel, you don't have to send it to them right away. You can wait until after Wednesday
Yeah.
to send it to them.
Because they want like a
Yeah,
pre-application,
because
that we're not
They
bound
send
by
a
it.
pre-application, and they usually like to have a deposit.
I think it was $500 or something,
10%, I can't remember. Yeah, that was a carnival.
seemed like it. Okay. So we'll just meet
Yeah,
Wednesday at 6,
That's
and we'll
good.
try to get in touch with the ones that kind
Very
of,
busy day.
you,
the other ones
just
that.
so I'm clear in my mind, you don't wanna have booths, or people
Unless
wanna have
somebody's got
booths.
some ideas, I mean, it's not.
No, and I'm not saying, I mean, if people wanna come and sell stuff, they can bring their own tents, do their own things, or you just not trying to get into that at all?
It's up to council.
Oh, I
It's
don't
just
know,
that
I was just trying to.
we would have to control it somehow. That'll be another responsibility that somebody's gonna have to have.
Yeah,
Because it's
just
on our
tell them where
property.
they can set up, I guess.
Tell them bring their picnic lunch.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. I just hate to miss a good opportunity for us to have a lot of people come in town.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's whatever.
that's all right. Well, I just wanted to get that clear in my
Yeah,
mind
that's-
before I
Hey,
talk
if
to
that's what
anybody about
people
it.
want, come Wednesday, we'll
Yeah, that sounds good.
bring it back and
Mhm,
bring it to the council as a whole, and the mayor and whatever, and we'll figure it out.
mhm.
But this is going to be we can invite people to come
Oh, yeah.
that's been involved in the one that was at Fernbank.
Right. Or whomever,
Yeah,
residents,
it's a
whoever.
Well, I'm just
Public
saying
meeting.
that, you know, take some of it off of everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I had, so we'll meet then Wednesday at 6, in the morning at 8. Be a long day.
Pack your lunch.
That's all I had, Lisa.
All right, thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else have anything?
The only thing else I had was, I put it in front of you where that group that we joined, that local government,
Oh, right.
Center for Government, they've got some kind of a program going on in September. And it looks like, right now, it looks like it may be free, but I'm not for sure. But I would like permission to go. I mean, I'm gonna go if it's not free, I still wanna go. I just think that, we signed up, we ought to see what they got to offer.
Yeah, it's a graduation thing, right, Mark?
It's a-
Part of their
yeah.
program is gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah, see
graduation.
what it's all about. Maybe there might be people there from other things that,
I would like to go too.
yeah, let's just, I'll text that, or I'll email that TJ or whatever his name is, and,
TJ White.
and let him know that maybe what, 6 of us maybe,
Well,
5?
He said the information will be coming soon about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
about
So,
the
yeah, about the
meeting
reservation.
It's
information.
to be determined
Yeah,
yet.
Yeah.
hopefully it's a day I don't have kids.
Mhm.
Sometimes I lose one today.
So as soon as I get the information, I'll shoot it off to everybody else.
Sounds good.
I think so. That's it, council, unless you have something else.
What is?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Let's hands on top of that.
We can't do that.
We never went over this. What is
We
this?
can't do anything,
He
Dawn,
said, yeah.
Dawn brought that up at the last meeting, that's to do with residents where there's disorderliness and involved that shooting the 4th of July.
And it's for your guys' review for the next regular meeting.
Mhm.
So that way you take it, read it.
Yeah, I was gonna
My
say,
neighbors-
we can pass it,
They're always fighting.
but we can't pass it, we can't do it as an emergency, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and each time we meet, there's gonna be special meetings and everything, put this on.
I mean, if you guys want to address it now,
I'm
I'm
like
absolutely
to, I'd
fine
like
with
to,
that. He
yeah.
kinda just
Here it
told me it
says
was a
report
draft for-
Norwood, so we can't, I mean, it's, yeah, it's a draft. You can't pass it.
That's kind of why I didn't
Oh, it's a
touch
draft?
on it.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
draft.
Oh, okay, sorry, oh, I see up there.
And I have
Draft
questions
review.
about a lot of things in here.
That's kind of why Bob told me that's a draft for you guys to review for the,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, does this mean I can't have more than 3 people at my house having beer and listening to loud music?
which that would,
Come on down. Come to my house.
I'm in trouble.
You're the same thing.
Not on the street. We ain't on the street, we're in my yard.
Well, I got it too.
That ordinance actually comes from 1912.
1912.
I can believe it.
See, they were
And it's-
partying way back then.
Yeah, and it's been through the First District Court of
we've been
Appeals.
partying since we've
And it's
been
been
in
up there.
existence.
Well,
That's how we all got
I'm
here.
interested in an answer to your question.
But you have to, it's been modified once since then, so you just really have to look at it.
And make sure
That's
that
why
it's
I
what
said-
you want before we
Correct.
do that.
Great,
Unlawful
okay.
sale, use, or possession of intoxicating liquor. Well, it's not unlawful if I bought it, right? Okay. Unlawful gathering means any party or gathering of 3 or more persons in a public place.
Right.
Where there is any of the following conduct or behavior.
I have a question, Bob, too, along with this, but not, hopefully we're not disturbing the peace. Back to over at the grounds over here. If people want to bring beer, is that allowed, or does the village have to have a special,
It's a village park.
It's
Permit.
called a village.
Well, the village isn't selling it.
we're not selling it now?
Right, and what's gonna end up happening is if you have the event, the VFW is gonna open up their place, and sell beer out of coolers, sell water out of coolers, sell pop,
Big Al.
everything else.
But,
Because that's what
Yeah,
they've
not in my
done every
veterans.
year.
but would they have to keep it on their property, or would we, could
Well,
we?
Well, they can tell them, don't leave the grounds.
They'd have to keep it on their property, and then they probably have to end up roping it off or something like
But
that.
what
They
if-
usually do.
Yeah, but
What
what
if
if
somebody brings
someone
their
brings
own
it,
cooler?
brings it in a cooler?
To the park,
Yeah.
as long as it's not against the law, they can.
But we don't have anything on the books right now.
I think that's what we're gonna find
That's what I'm
out.
trying to find out, because you
Yeah, I
know
don't
that's
think
gonna
we have
happen. I just want to
There's
be
nothing on the
ready for it.
books
Right.
right now. I went through 20 years and couldn't find anything.
Right.
I didn't go back to the 1800s, but I did go
Now, that would
through
be
the
part of
1900s.
the public parks, like Shawnee and them, I think it's against the law. I think.
You
I don't know.
They probably sell beer at those parks.
Yeah, they just
I
can't
just know
have
when you go
glass
in the front bank, it
bottles.
says no alcoholic beverages
Okay,
allowed.
then it's city that does the no alcohol.
But I think if you have
If you have that
Right.
thing,
have a shelter, that you get a
Farm
special
bank?
permit or
Yeah, you can
something.
ask.
I mean,
Yeah.
at Fernbank,
yeah.
we used to go down there and dig pits and throw half barrels in with ice.
That works.
But that's
Well, we got
50
plenty of
years
spots
ago.
for
I know
Here,
that,
just
I
like
know
a
that the
barrel.
fire chief said that Miami Township, when they have their summer music festivals on the weekend, I asked him and he said that the American Legion in Cleves sells
Sells
beer.
the beer, yeah.
They
But do
don't
they have a
people-
state permit, I guess? is
I don't
what
know.
it's
I said
about.
I'm gonna call
Yeah.
Cindy tomorrow, talk
Yeah,
to Cindy
yeah, so-
Oster. She would know.
The
Yeah.
VFW can get an F permit, which is
Yeah,
what we got
they
last year
normally
for
get
the
an F
festival-
permit
festival
for their
permit.
grounds, and
But-
they rope it off and say, this is the beer garden, you gotta stay here if you're gonna drink.
Well, even they let us do better than that. The last year we actually had it, and when you guys had it, you could move around with the beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
Over
the
the whole
where you
area.
can open.
Yeah, roll
that
off
whole
the
But we
area.
were selling it.
Right, that's the difference.
Yeah.
We were right, the
Yeah.
village was actually selling that. So this
Kinda,
case,
yeah.
so we're not, but yeah, because we went through vendors, whoever, and had our people work it.
yeah.
So that wouldn't be the case. So
The
that's one of
only-
the-
the only law that I know that I could enforce on that, and that would be, it will be an open container. And
And
if
that's
we're having
something
a
we
festival and they're
wouldn't do for-
behaving themselves and everybody's having a good time,
Yeah,
it's for the benefit of the community, I think.
Just so when
Yeah.
the next guy comes along and says the same thing.
just
It's
so
gotta
we
be
know, I
something.
mean, if that's one of the questions, I want to be able to
Sure.
answer that.
Chevy does something when they used to do Harvest Home that would allow, because they had vendors from, and it wasn't the city of Chevy that's selling the beer, it was the Kiwanis selling it. But you could walk from Harrison and Glenmore to the municipal building down the street with a beer. It's
Probably like the Dora downtown, the different areas they have.
They put an exemption through for the days of that through their council, I believe, making it an alcohol, it's a free travel zone with the alcohol just for that, those
So that's
days.
kind of like Main Straws then.
Yeah.
Because I've been down there, you can go from bar to bar.
Yeah,
carrying their
that's-
alcohol from
when-
bar to
When I used to
bar,
work
it
those
doesn't
details
matter.
up there for Harvest Home, as long as you were within the festival area, you could travel anywhere you wanted. And you could have bought a beer at this end of the festival and drank it all the way walking up Harrison Avenue. It's something that their council used to pass where it would make it legal to do that.
Just for that day.
Yeah,
I can
So-
call them tomorrow too.
yeah. So is there something you can look into that first, Bob, to see if that's the route we go on the language?
Sure.
Because I don't want the village to get in trouble with that, people are gonna be out there I know they're gonna bring alcohol in their coolers, I know that. I mean, come on.
I'm going to Addyston for the day.
That's popping that cooler. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
It was like, I'm sure, I knew that we probably wouldn't
Wine
enforce it.
coolers don't count.
We still need something to protect the village.
Yeah.
For seltzers.
All right, we have a motion for adjournment on the floor by Ann Pillow. Anybody want to second that?
Second.
Lisa
Second by Lisa Stafford. Any discussion?
No.
No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford. Yay. Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
We're getting better. We're down to 8:30.